Hello. Hi. Oh gosh. Hello. I hope this is working. I don't know if it's working. I think it is. Okay. Hi. Hello. Thank you. I wanted to figure out how to make one of these for a while now. So now you all get to have a little tiny animated character on screen for my test. I hope it works just fine. It's like 3 frames per, so it's a bit rough around the edges, but it should work just fine. Oh yeah, I have like 2 set faces that I can alter between, so it's very rough around the edges, but I do have to manually do it. Press like a tiny button. I was working on it a while back, so. Hi. Um, I hope everybody's doing okay. Already 12 people in for a surprise stream. This is already going much better than I expected it to. I hope the audio is doing okay. I'm still setting everything up a little bit. Um, I used ViadoTube. Let me write that in chat. I think you can get like the free version, like the early access for free, or like you can get a free version and then you can buy like an early access or get it an early access by supporting the creator on Patreon. It's fairly easy to set up, so I absolutely recommend it for people. Hi. Um, I hope everything is going all right. I hope everybody's doing okay. Um, I've not gone live in literally a year, I think, so this is a bit of a new experience. Bit startling. Hi. I'm glad people are liking the avatar though. I couldn't figure out what sort of expression I wanted, so now it alters between 2 different ones. Or rather 2 different expressions, because I get very smiley or deadpan, so I couldn't figure out what to stick to. I'm just setting up like I'm still figuring out what to do. I might just do like some sketching for now. and just see how it goes. And we're already at 18 people. Wow, that's that's not nerve-wracking at all. Um, New main Sona. I suppose it's like this one is like based on an old Sona, actually. I just altered it up a little bit, changed it up to something else, because I didn't want to use that character specifically, so I just made something vaguely inspired by, like, what used to be my Sona when I was, like, 14. I hope people like it. It's fairly straightforward. It's applying every cat design logic I like onto it, so I don't even have a ref sheet for it. I think I just made it for the icon and then like kind of kept it that way. Hello. Wow, so many people here. Holy shit, we're already at 23. It's Monday. What are you all doing here? It's not Monday for everybody, but hello. Wow. So many people. Now everybody has to watch me test out this icon because this is the first time I've made anything like this. So I'm just hoping it runs smoothly. Homesick, no college. Aw, I hope you get better soon. I hope you feel better soon. May your health recover smoothly. I've like set up everything from noise cancellation to I guess it's the bare minimum for streaming, but also I'm not used to stream setups, so we'll see how it goes. Oh my god. I hope school goes well, stay safe. Don't trip. I guess if you're watching this while walking to school, full on walking? My god. Alright. Okay. I gotta stop staring at it anxiously, trying to see if anything is gonna go wrong with it. It says it's been so long. God damn it. Let me see if I can actually adjust the window just a little bit to show the upper section. There we go. There we go. That's better. Working on my thesis. Oh, I hope it goes well. If you're taking questions, how long have you been doing art for? Oh, gosh. Yeah, sure. I can take questions while I'm here. I'm not doing anything yet, so. I've been doing like proper little doodling technically ever since like I was a very little kid, and because I kind of never put the pen down. But beyond that, digital art I think I started at 13, but only with a mouse, and then I swapped over to proper like tablet art around like 15, I think. Like I had to be dragged to do it. I'm now 22 last I checked, so it's been a couple of years at least. Hello! Oh my gosh, so many people still. I hope everybody is doing well. I should probably share the link for this on other sites as well, but I'm nervous to let me quickly put this on the cursed side. Are you going to keep the stream publicly available later for rewatching? Yeah, sure. I can do that if you guys want. I think I mostly just delete streams that I guess I think are not good quality-wise, as in like audio quality-wise, but if I'm just a lone person, then it doesn't bother me as much. Oh, nice. I recently got an iPad and I've been practicing ever since on Procreate. Oh, I have yet to try Procreate. Um, I think I've been actually meaning to eventually try my hand on Clip Studio, but suppose I haven't had the time yet. A bit intimidating right now to try any new programs, especially when I still have like a left over some commissions left over on my to-do, so it's a bit scary to think about changing anything about my workflow right now. Okay, let me. I'm honestly using Psy explains why your line art is so freaking smooth. I can never replicate what I was doing in Psy on Clip Studio. Clip. Yeah, no, I very much adore Psy. It's not very good for various brushes, or at least to my experience, it's not. I've tried my hand on various brushes for Psy, and they tend to not be very impressive. But the actual like base brushes themselves are just so nice, and I don't think it's. It's been years now. I have still not divorced Psy, so. Used Procreate for like 4 years. Using Clip Laggy. I have no experience with Clip Studio, but it's been recommended to me, and I've seen a lot of people use it for fun, like art. I've seen a lot of very good art coming from Clip Studio, but to be fair, that's also just like witnessing. What's your opinion on Krita? I have Krita. I have like the full version purchased from Steam. I rather like it. It's my painting go-to, usually. As in, I think whenever I actually miss using brushes, I swap over to Krita because it's very good for just painting, but I can't, like, couldn't replicate the process I have for Psy. With, I think flat art is easier to do in Psy for me, whilst paintings are more, I guess, texture-wise intricate on Krita. I rather like Krita, honestly, for how cheap it is. It's a really nice program, actually. I had Clip Studio and honestly lagged every time I placed my pen down, but that was on my PC. Might try it on iPad sometime. I mean, I could very well see it being either a program or setup error, but to be fair, it is frustrating in of itself when you, like, have or purchased a program and realize that your software isn't, like, made for it. That is a bit of a concerning thing, because that's performance issues that can be addressed by the company, and sometimes companies create products not necessarily with smaller devices in mind. See the recent Monster Hunter release. I believe that was a very perfect example of the expectations for machinery being a bit too high, perhaps. I've never drawn on iPad before, but I heard it's pretty fun. I've been wanting to try it Psy. I like Krita a lot. If you're used to computer workflow, Procreate is difficult to adjust to. It's powerful, but low-key makes me want to hit my head against the wall. I mean, I tend to swap between, like, Psy and Krita, and I would very much recommend it if you're looking to, like, have both the Photoshop-ish experience of rendering and then also just, like, smooth, simple programs, because the joy of Psy is that it's very straightforward, and you don't really have to think too much to put your pen down. Which I recall, I think Procreate had a sort of similar feel to it. Like the iPad process is meant to be straightforward and easy and pleasant, and I think Psy very well replicates that sensation, and then with Krita you can feel a bit more intricate, but I don't feel like going that path all the time. Krita is for the special days when you're feeling really artsy and you actually want to implement texture and various filters into your process. Gosh, Monster Hunter. I play it on console, but my friends on PC were struggling through that. Oh yeah. I I finished Wilds like last month. When was it? Not last month, but upon a release, I think I finished it within like a week, maybe around a week. Like the entire game. I think I finished the story over a single weekend. It was surprisingly easy in places. What are you planning to draw on the live stream? I'm gonna figure that out, I think. It's a bit of a brainless approach. It depends. I could draw anything right now. It's my warm-up time. I think I've been very generously given some freedom from the person that's waiting on my last, like, commissions. So I guess I can just experiment a bit and do it as my warm-up for the evening. Those Monster Hunter Wilds crash a lot. Not too much for me. Like, I think, my roommate, Rem, had a lot of issues with the game crashing, and she, like, bought a PC recently, so she should, like, have the more, advanced machinery, because my PC is from, like, 7 years ago still, and I didn't have any crashes at all. Like, my gear is outdated, and for me, it worked just fine. I think at most there were, like, some graphical issues of, like, character faces taking a bit to load in during cutscenes, not everything is clear. Like, it had some rendering issues at most, but it was pretty doable. I think my roommate mostly had issues, especially at the start where the game was crashing a ton. More recently, I had, like, maybe 2 crashes, but that was because I hadn't updated my drivers, and that was entirely my fault. Oh dang, might wait till they optimize the game before I try it. But, well, I don't know, it depends. It seems to depend a lot. Various people have various struggles with the game, but I've played through it. It was a blast, so it depends. But maybe wait for a sale. It's, like, really expensive. I think it still is pretty expensive. You'll save yourself some money, but it is still a good game. I tried World, but didn't quite get into it. But Wild absolutely hooked me. I zoomed through it. I'm eagerly waiting for Master Rank. I would like to suffer. Oh yeah. I'm still waiting for the game to get hard, and I know I'm going to regret that one, because Wilds you can kind of very much blast through. I think the entire idea was because Worlds discouraged a lot of people from playing through it because of its difficulty. They tried to make the game a bit easier, from what I heard. And I think it worked. Like, a lot of people love Wilds, and it's very approachable for especially a new audience. Only 7 years out of date, totally not doing Blender work on a 12-year-old CPU and 8-year-old GPU. Oh yeah, my condolences. I think at most I updated, like, my graphics card, like, 2 years ago. World was my introduction to Monster Hunter, and I thought it wasn't all that hard. Is it really supposed to be that hard? I don't think it's supposed to be hard. I think it's supposed to be a pretty straightforward Monster Hunter title, and from what I know, it's not even the hardest out of, like, all of them. But apparently some people found it too difficult. Like, I think a huge... what was it? They did, like, a... they checked at which stage of the game people stopped playing, and a lot of people stopped playing during or after Anjanath to, like, put it into perspective on at which stage a lot of people just kind of quit. Paint Tool Sai version 2 recently released new 3D and deformation tools in its latest update. Have you tried them? They're very comfortable. I have not actually updated Psy in a while. I might try them out. That sounds fun. I think I keep forgetting that Psy actually updates or adds things. Let me quickly. Okay, let me see if I can actually do some warming up drawing. I did some lining earlier today on a commission, so I know my brain is on that still. I've been drawing so many like humanoids and I still feel like I can't fucking grasp them. Incredibly cute animated avatar. Thank you! This is the first one I did that at least interacts with vocal input, so we'll see how long I enjoy it for. Before then, I think I just had like repeating GIFs and hoped that that would work because I'm very scared of learning new things, so I never bothered to find out just how easy it is to actually make one of these. I think it took me 2 days to fix this up. And that was just mainly for the, like, animating part, not the actual, like, program itself. I think the program was, like, a couple minutes. Humanoids are so hard to draw. I understand the struggle. Yeah. You gotta just keep at it, I think. I stubbornly, every time I don't enjoy the human art, I have the rule of I can't allow myself to quit drawing them. I have to commit. And I advise that for anybody else. If you really want to learn something, you cannot go, I guess I'm just terrible at this. That's not... You have to just push through. You'll get there. I have faith in you. How did you make the avatar? I animated it in Psy, as in like I animated all the different frames. I have it here. Wait. Here you go. These are all the different frames. And then I put it into a program called VideoTube? I'll put it in chat again. I had elaborated on it earlier in the stream. You can download it for free, from what I understand, and if you want to get the early access of the more advanced version, you can subscribe to the creator's Patreon. It's sorry if you saw the flickering just now, I had to just, reload this Psy. It breaks for me sometimes. What I struggle most is with, like, the confidence of drawing a character. I could be correct anatomy-wise, but then my brain tells me otherwise. I'm learning, though. I mean, that's the fun part of you have to mainly be kind to yourself, and, to an extent, also just have some faith in yourself when you draw, because sometimes even if anatomically stuff is right or technically correct, if your brain tells you that's not it, then that's okay. You can go, you know what, then I want to not draw it that way, then I want to draw it differently. Like, say, oh, I don't like drawing every tooth anatomically correct. Maybe then I want to find out how else I can draw teeth. And that's a perfectly valid thing to do. You just have to trust yourself that you know what you like in art. And that's okay. And that you can embrace that and work with that and create your own little thing out of it. I'm very inspired by yours and Romarin's human art. It's making me get my practice in, but my mind's a struggle getting there, though fun still. Oh yeah, I very much like Rem's art. It's been a blast playing D&D with her, because it means I get to see all the art that she doesn't post on socials, and it's a lot of especially human art. you're all missing out. Ra, your avatar is so adorable, so satisfying to look at it talk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've had to resist the temptation to stare at it because I'm so actually proud of it. So it means a lot to see other people enjoy it as well. I'm thinking maybe at some point, if I get comfortable and confident enough with it, I could do like maybe 1 or 2 commissions like this. Fix somebody up an avatar. Let me close this. Don't mind the, like, music. I had to pick something copyright free because I'm not gonna risk this stream dying suddenly because of a copyright claim. Is that a sign to save up? Wink wink. That's entirely up to you, I would say. I ultimately, I think even if I did take a commission like this, I would definitely have to beg on my knees that they give me a relatively approachable design, because the moment this gets too complicated, I'm definitely gonna just get nervous. I'm not particularly good at taking animation commissions. They're very intimidating for me. You lucky, I joined their Patreon and I'm loving all they're posting on there. Oh yeah, I'm an absolute support of Rem. She's delightful. I'm rooting for her. I have yet to fix up a Patreon for myself, but I just have to kind of decide what I want to offer with it, because it doesn't feel right to just put like a tip jar up there. I already have Ko-fi going, so there's no real purpose to it. That would be a sick commission though. Oh yeah, could be very fun. But they would have to give me a sane character design, probably like a furry or something. If they give me a human, I will probably cry. Maybe feral or something. If it's a cat, I'm absolutely down. I keep forgetting that I can just like demand to get specific character types. Yeah, animation can be a pain. Speaking of which, you'll be my podcast for today while I animate. Aw, I hope to be an entertaining one. I guess my rambling energy should aid in that effort. I very much appreciate it. I'm very nervous about starting a Patreon because it feels like a level of professionalism that I don't feel particularly entitled to, but I suppose I can now. I've had like a couple of people ask if I want to start a Patreon, and I just kind of have to start, I guess. But I gotta also figure out what I want to offer. It's like, do I offer up files? Do I offer up occasional line arts? Or do I let people like recolor things? Or do I offer little like doodle requests? Like, what do you even do to make it interesting? I want to make sure to make it worthwhile for everyone. Hello everyone, how's your morning, evening, Monday? And yeah, I'm also saving up for Patreons. I want to hop in as well. So much love. I have you in the background while I play Minecraft. Well, make sure to play it safe. Don't fall off any cliffs or into caves. I have yet to start playing Minecraft again. It's been a while. Drop your sketchbook in there. I don't have a sketchbook. You're overestimating me. You're already giving me too much credit. I lost so many like drawings and doodles. I didn't really grow up hoarding my own like art too much. I guess I could like compile a bunch of sketches, digital ones, because traditionally I have nothing left. I think I have like maybe a handful of old sketches lying about, but that's not much. That it barely fits into a tiny folder. I doubt it fits into a book. Aw, hi Penny. I hope you're well. You're such a mood, to be honest. My mother is still angry that I threw most of my sketchbooks from when I was younger. Oh, no, my mom was the one who threw out a bunch of my sketches. Not in like a she hates my art, but more in like a especially as a kid, I drew on every piece of paper in the house. We know you know she had to repeatedly reload the printer paper because I just sketched so much growing up. So it was like eventually I found out like she maybe keeps her favorites. It's like, oh, okay. Clearly I've overdone it. So I think now I kind of out of that. I also have a sister who's always very eager to sort things out and replace and have new things and leave things behind. So growing up around that, I sort of adapted to the habit of, oh, nothing's gonna stay for too long. You kind of just enjoy it while it's there, and then you set it aside and you're done. And that was that. But I do wish I had held on to a couple more things, though that it's a bit late to do that now. But I can start collecting again. Maybe once I have a couple more things. Have you in the background while killing my brain with my thesis. I hope it goes well. I'm genuinely rooting for you. I don't think I've ever made a thesis, so it sounds intimidating. Sounds like work. I don't like work. Just looking at it like, this is all the way it goes. Yeah. What's your thought process when sketching? Oh gosh. I think that depends entirely on what I'm trying to sketch. Like there's you know, it depends on what I'm trying to sketch. Like commission wise, I have to usually accommodate somebody else's idea. With thought process, do you mean like what I start off with, what I prioritize, or how I like get the idea? I like because I think with sketching, I always change the sketching process up a bit. I think I usually just want to make sure I make something that I have fun with, I guess. I thought reading up would help, but I have more questions now than before, so it goes kind of mid. Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends on how you're trying to read up on it. If you're using Google, you're kind of fucked. I'm sorry. Google doesn't work anymore. You have to attach Reddit to everything now to get any decent results. What I prioritize? Depends, honestly. On an illustration, I try to usually prioritize, like, focal points, though I'm not particularly good at it because I don't do it a lot. Like, I think, a while ago... Gosh, I guess while I'm here focusing on characters, my priority tends to always be the face. I love faces, I love figuring out expressions, but it's not... It depends on what you're drawing, because if you're drawing a full body illustrations, you'll want to start with the body no matter how much you like the face, because otherwise you'll end up drawing a face that you like that you'll have to erase later for a pose that works better with the scene. I'd say prioritize the base of it, the base shapes, what you actually need. It can look bad at the start. You don't have to get a sketch that immediately looks presentable. That's a lie. Everybody is fucking lying to you if they tell you that, or if you think that you have to have a clean sketch, you're lying to yourself. You don't need to have any of that. Your idea could look crappy. You could have an MS Paint doodle of just the roughest idea, and that counts as a sketch, and it counts as a good sketch. Because the main idea is just that you have an idea. You can do that however the fuck you want. I think I change up my sketching process all the time whenever I feel like I lost track of my goal in the drawing. Like, I could honestly not tell you what to prioritize concretely because I continuously relearn how to sketch. I guess maybe ask yourself what you want out of the drawing. Like the first 3 things that you want to have concretely there. This can be like, oh, I want this emotion, I want this pose, I want this energy. And then you try to make sure that anything that you do keeps those things in mind. Like, oh, I want this character to be energetic, then you should probably prioritize keeping your sketch loose and roughing out the shapes somewhat. Figuring out the muscle structures and their base form and whatnot. I don't know, I'm shit at giving advice. I don't... You shouldn't trust me. I found you through your angelic worm creature art on Twitter. I loved your art ever since then. You're definitely a big inspiration for me. Oh my god. That thing? Really? That was like such a brief glimpse in my life. I think I recently saw somebody mentioning like the person that bought the design was reselling it. I hope it goes well. Because I think that was like a brief thing that I did while I was immersed in the midst of D&D, so it was kind of themed around the game that I was in at the time. Ran by, respectively, Penelope, who I think is in the chat right now. Because she had like these grayscale angelic beings in her world, so I went like, I want to do more with that visually, but also I don't know what they tend to look like in her world, so I'm just gonna make one here and do my own little thing and make it draconic and wormish. And it was fun. I had fun with it. I'm shit at giving advice. A while ago you used to be active in VCs in your server. You basically taught me how to paint, lol. Something clicked in my brain that day and I can actually paint now. Oh my god. That's wild. I guess if I shoot into the dark enough, eventually I'm prone to hitting something. Let me think. What do I actually want to sketch? I should use my brain. I've been like so jumpy between like staring at OBS, just looking at the little avatar, and then looking at the chat. It's like, I need to keep track in case. Oh god. Art is very subjective. It's pretty hard to give advice, especially knowing the crazy amount of mediums there are. Priorities change a lot, so I think your advice is pretty solid. Yeah, I in school got like I had an art history class, and one of the main things that I remember was the discussion of Impressionist movement and all that. And I don't know if you know too much about it. You probably do, hopefully. But it was all around just hearing the individual stories of those artists who kind of wanted to do their own thing and break away from the norm, and everybody was being a big fucking bitch about it. Just like, you can't do that, your art is bad if you draw your lines blurry or if you don't do hyper-realism. Like, people had to actually convince their audiences that it's not all about hyper-realism. And I think it's kind of nice to remember through the process that it's first and foremost about you communicating something that you thought fun and important. And I think people oftentimes get like fixated on the second part of like, it has to be important, it has to be good, it has to be right, but they forget the part where it's sometimes just supposed to be fun. You're an artist if you draw a silly little fucking I guess listen, you can draw the nastiest thing on a wall, that can still in some shape or form be your expression of the self, and with that you have succeeded at what art is nowadays. You have created something. This can be subjectively, however the fuck you think of it quality-wise, it's art. You've done it. You did what you wanted to do. And the thing of what is good and bad is entirely subjective. So, yeah. I think that the ability to appreciate art runs hand in hand with the ability to empathize. People who are strict about art, I've observed, aren't at all empathetic either. I really think it's about having fun, enjoying yourself, like you said. Yeah, no, very much. It's strange to me when people can look at something that, say, your friend or even just a stranger clearly created with a lot of passion and just completely dismiss its value. Of course, if they're making something wildly offensive, you can be upset, but if it's just something they had fun with and created, just if you aren't being hurt by it, how are you not amazed that humans can make this? Humans can make all of these things. Ram's art process videos is actually what started me painting. I saw them about 5 years ago and was like, wow, I want to be able to do that. It was very inspiring. Saw your art from there too, from your connection to Ram. Yeah, no, Ram is right next door. She's she's a very delightful person and a very good artist. I'm glad to hear how people are attached to her work. And also, because a lot of our moving stress is finally behind us, you should be able to see more speed paints from her as well. Though I will never be friends with contemporary art, the one that is a blank canvas with one single line on it type stuff. Just my preference though, no shade to anyone. I mean, again, subjective. You can dislike something, you can look at it and be like, I don't get it, and that's fine. Like, I'm one of those fuckers who can look at pretty much anything and then get sidetracked thinking about all the things that it could imply in its presence or absence alike. So I would probably be the type of weirdo to look at contemporary art and kind of tilt my head at it and go like, yeah, maybe I get it, maybe no, I don't know. It's again, it boils down to, it's still fun to think about the fact that we as humans are in a position where we can create a dot on a canvas and we can convince like thousands of people to look at it and think about it for way too fucking long. That is incredibly funny, and that alone I think makes it an artwork worth considering. It's not even about like what they made, it's the fact that somebody put a dot on a canvas and then tricked like fucking millions of people to look at it and convinced like at least like maybe 40% that this is of importance. that this is vital to human existence. That is incredibly funny, and if you don't think that's funny, you are missing out. It's fun though, despite it not being my fav, I still take a moment to look at when I come across it. Oh yeah, like, I think you can perfectly get away with saying, I wouldn't put that in my spaces, I don't really care for this visually. I think contemporary art, especially for me, is interesting mainly because of how even the most simple action can get to that many people. That's fascinating. The embarrassing reminder of me when I thought you and Rem were the same person. Oh yeah. And, oh wait, you guys live together? Yes, me and Rem have lived together for 3 years now. She is my roommate, we have moved around together, and we'll probably continue to live together for a very long time. We even adopted, like, cats together. We have 3 cats in total. 2 of which are mine and 1 of which is hers. We live on the countryside. It's very silly. So yeah, if you ever see me, like, if you mistake me and Rem for each other, I am not even mad. She and I, like, play in most of our D&D games together, and we hang out most of the time, so I would in no way be able to deny the possibility of me getting very motivated by her art, and vice versa. We work together a lot and share our ideas, so... You two are living the dream. I mean, we're trying to fix it up. It's still a bit rough around the edges, in the new flat that we have now. Like, not a lot of furniture yet in some corners, but it's getting more comfortable by the day. Maybe I gotta paint the walls sometime. From what I understand, contemporary art has a response to cameras being invented. After that, artists went more into the abstract rather than the photorealism, if I'm remembering right. I mean, the thing is, we've tried to stray from photorealism for a while. Like the one, like it starts with cave paintings already. That's not photorealism. That's an attempt to stylize. Like, could you technically claim that some of those cave paintings are the first first cartoon drawings? In that case, then we were always prone to creating simplified versions of the things that we see. In that case, doodling is an ancient craft, and we shouldn't hate on anybody who creates them, because if a caveman can use a rough outline to draw an animal, that's not hyperrealism. That's not realism. That's just doodling. They just doodled a cartoon character. On a technicality, it has every, like, we don't know how they fucking talked about it, how they thought about it, but at the time, it was a character with an outline. And nothing more. It had no shading, no nothing. I'm just saying. You can't tell me that's not a cartoon character. You painted the walls any fun colors? I have not painted the walls yet, so I'll think about it. But I'm probably gonna aim for something like beige or something. I like low colors, so I can add little highlights on top with, like, trinkets and shit. I hope to make it pretty. I think that was modern art, not contemporary. Yeah, perhaps. Oh wait, Penny had written something. Wasn't there specifically a banana taped to a wall or something at an art exhibit? Yeah, I think so. I could look at that. I would look at that. Listen, if you tell me that this little dust crumb on your hand is art, I will look at it and I will think about it. Just for you. The toilet at an art exhibit was peak. Oh yeah. I think I remember, wasn't there literally people just like putting their shoe in an art exhibit to see if people would stop to look at it? Like it wasn't even part of the exhibit. They were just like, yeah, I'm gonna leave this like mucky little shoe over here and see if anybody wants to look at it. And then they did. That's funny. That's in every way. Like that's what art is about still. In not even pretentious way of just like, even the most detailed of illustrations capture that same essence. Somebody sat down, made something, regardless of how long it took them, regardless of how much experience it took them to make it, and then they made you look at it. And then they convinced you that there's meaning to this. Even if it's just on a flat canvas. Like why is a boot less valuable than this flat canvas of a painting? We appreciate the time that is put into painting on it, but ultimately it's just a bunch of dirt on a very flat canvas that happens to look like something because somebody tried to make it look like something. I honestly want to do that. I saw a person tape their copy of Squidward painting on a wall in a museum, and people actually stopped to look at it too. Yeah, see, that's amazing. There was this one guy who painted a canvas blue. He made the paint himself, and apparently the shade is exceedingly difficult to create. I don't remember all of it, but it was really cool. See, you can be tempted by seemingly almost nothing. It's sometimes just about connecting with other humans, and sometimes it's about wondering what the fuck were they thinking. That's why we watch, like, YouTube. That's why we watch our dumb videos. That's why we are susceptible to clickbait. Sometimes we just want to know what type of stuff people can get up to and come up with, no matter if it's silly and stupid. Like, if you watch any of those videos about, oh, I turned a plastic glove into grape juice, why would you like, what is the actual value of doing that? You can just buy grape juice, but you wanted to watch. You wanted to see how they did it. You wanted to know. So, technically, that also is art. Because your curiosity got piqued by this random fucking seemingly useless act that took a lot of time to make for no reason. I saw that. It was a good video. Exactly. You were tempted by a creation, regardless of whether or not you would have known it to be valuable on first glance. Like, if somebody slid juice up to you and said, like, hey, look at this grape juice, you wouldn't recognize it as art. But if you have that in a gallery and then ask, why is this here? Then you'd get this really fun story of, like, oh yeah, this fucking insane guy made grape juice out of a glove. And then he made millions of people watch it. What did we achieve out of it? I don't know. But we have that now as a record of human history. That is part of our age right now. The shoe required a lot of craftsmanship too, to be honest. We've streamlined the process with industry, but like, I couldn't make a shoe, not very well at least. And even then you could argue that it took the shoe millions of years to get here. It required for humans to become intelligent. Even the, like, manufactured shoe. It took people having to make it manually before it was automated. And while you can have whatever opinions you want about automated things, it sometimes just means, oh my god, this is evidence that we as humans have developed to a point where we can put something that would have once taken somebody weeks to make into the center of a room and abandon it for everybody else to look at. However you feel about it, that is kind of funny. And is a reflection of human culture, whether it's complicated or not, whether you want to think about it or not, it can be thought about. So yeah, no, I find museums, regardless of the style that is represented in them, very fun and funny. Hi, hello, shadow person. This all reminds me so much of the guy who made a meat berry, and I think spider silk? It was so fun to watch. Exactly! Like, the finished result doesn't have to look interesting for this to be an interesting, like, piece of art. Some things are just interesting because of everything that you don't know about it. And hello, my cat is here now, so I have to give her cuddles. So I have to halt drawing. Hello. She's been very cuddly lately, so I have to deal with that. I'm saying that as if I don't, like, love her to death, but... Like, fuck it, make something stupid, and don't think about whether or not it fits in with the rest of the art world. Don't look at all those hyper-realistic paintings and super detailed animations or other artworks that you really like. It doesn't have to look like that. You can express yourself creatively without creating in the same way that anybody else. You can leave an impact doing fucking anything. It was fun tuning in while you're still streaming later. I'll be back. Have fun drawing. Thank you. I hope you take care and stay safe. Also, that is a very handsome boy you're drawing. Thank you. I'm figuring out what I want to draw still, so probably gonna just make a ton of little doodles. How big do I want this canvas to be? I have no idea. Maybe I can draw a dragon. I haven't drawn a dragon in a little bit. At the end of the day, it really is about you and how you can best express yourself, which is beautiful in a way. There will always be a demographic that grasps it. Exactly! And you don't have to like an art piece to recognize that somebody made an effort there. Somebody made an attempt to connect with others. And maybe that's not you. That's okay. But that's someone. It's like that very lonely whale in the ocean that keeps calling. Sometimes, even the most not understood act can be found by someone at some point. And sometimes that's worth it for itself. We don't need to hate on that. No, bro, I cry over that whale. Oh yeah, I'm sorry for bringing him up. I was just reminded of him. So I really lost track of the fact that I was trying to draw a dragon, okay? My attention span is fantastic right now. But hey, think about it. You can hear the most alien fucking sound in the ocean, and while you don't understand what the fuck it means, isn't it beautiful to think that at some point, that weird alien call is gonna be answered by someone who gets it? Or something, I guess. The way you draw teeth is so satisfying, huh? Thank you. I haven't drawn too many teeth lately, but they're always fun to return to. Little weird mouth bones. me see, I have to check a message actually. I watched some Australian dude express himself by trying to follow complex chemical formulas through YouTube videos in the back of his car. Oh, I remember you telling me about that one, I think. Didn't that motivate you to start talking about wanting to make... What was it? You wanted to make something shady in our backyard. I remember that. Vaguely. I don't remember what you wanted to make, but I remember it spawning a huge conversation about don't get us fucking evicted by our landlord, please, Penny. You were like, oh no, I won't, I'll do it out in the backyard. It has such a low risk of anything going wrong. Yeah, no, for anybody wondering, Penny is a danger to herself and others. I can say that in confidence. Because she will somehow find something on YouTube, like how to make this bomb very easily at home, and she will actually try to do it. She is the target audience of those videos. Like, oh, you can make a helicopter for 40 bucks is something she'll tell you, and then she will very much wait for you to say, no, you can't, so she can prove you wrong. Does she need to do it? No. But she wants to. She wants to prove you wrong. So with that, she is always going to come up with something new and wild to fucking do. I think with the motor from a whippersnipper you can do anything. From someone who studies aerospace engineering, a plane might not be considered by many as art, but you can't change my mind that being able to let 500-ton metal tubes soar to the skies is a form of art. I think I fully agree with you. It is absolutely art. And it is a direct result of a shit ton of people looking at that one weird idea that a guy had and just expanding on it over and over again. It's like generational art. A bunch of people contributed to finishing that one. Art can have a practical use. It's still something that was created, so... This is not working. Oh my god. Okay. How do you... I should have done like a full body sketch. Dragons are not easy to draw when you just have like a... When you start with the face. I don't know what I'm doing. It's an expression of humans' desire to fly. See, exactly. You can attach anything to anything that's crazy. And suddenly somebody will tilt their head at it and go like, wow, you're so wise. You're so smart. That's so deep, guy. Like that's so deep. Wow. You're so interesting. So, yeah, no. As somebody who has a very creatively supportive mother, I can tell you right now, I could tell her anything if I put just a little bit of thought behind it, and she'd go like, wow, you're so wise. That's so important. That's so true. So yeah, no, you can do whatever. Somebody's gonna maybe find it important at some point, so you're probably fine. There's no consistency to anything we make ever, so I feel like the coexistence of both tends to lead to more prosperous societies if governments were nicer, of course. Yeah. Man. All around, people aren't consistent. Why should art be? Creation in of itself has never really settled on anything for too long. If that, like, if life was about settling on things, evolution wouldn't be a thing. We as people would not be a thing, trying to be better or worse, whatever the fuck we're getting up to. Every fucking 10 years, something massive happens and the world just changes drastically. Like, the internet didn't pop up that long ago, and it changed just everything about the way we see each other and how we go about the world. It invented so many new fucking things. People invented so many new fucking things in the context of having a digital space. So yeah, no, fuck it. Make whatever. The world might change by tomorrow anyway. Figure out what's important for you to make while you're here. And just have fun with it. Why not? I don't like this dragon. I didn't spend enough time thinking about what I actually wanted to do with it, so now it's just kind of... It's somewhere there. Put it aside. I don't know. I was sleepy. The way you pulled the most scrumptious anatomy out of your A and then erased it and then did it again had me dancing. I'm so sorry. I just didn't like it. There was nothing... I just... I don't know. I can make something more intriguing, more shapen. I'm sure the dragon is okay. I just don't think it has anything to say about itself. So it doesn't need to be here. It can just have its face. Its face I like. It can keep its face, okay? It's still there. It's still an honorary mention. It's just been... It's been, maybe, cropped up a bit. Like a leftover lizard. I'm an animator, and your speed with the anatomy is mind-boggling. Yeah, don't worry. The moment that you get very comfortable with one thing, you'll start realizing that there's other things that you can be hyper-attentive toward it. And for me, that now is purpose of anatomy. Because if you can draw anatomy, it does not mean that you can be happy with your art. It sometimes just means that now you get to worry about what you actually want to do with that anatomy. Like, oh, I can draw a shoulder now, but what sort of pose do I want the shoulder to be in? This pose doesn't feel particularly like it's doing much, and here right now, this is just... What am I doing with this? Oh wait, it's you. I thought I was a person with the same name. Oh my god. I love your art. Anatomy. Yeah, the speed is amazing. If I actually go to the world of drawing, then I need like one day to just have a usable sketch. I mean, I have those days. It's usually when I try to make something specific, but otherwise I tend to just doodle a ton because it doesn't really have any particular purpose. Like, you can make something very half-assed and either keep it or throw it away, that's fine. I'm everywhere. set the little Durg aside. I love the dragon. I don't know. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Maybe I can actually, like, make a design for the little avatar I got. That could be fun. That way I'm actually doing something purposeful, rather than just mindless scribbling. Oh, my cat wants to leave the room, so I'll quickly go let her out. Goodbye. Goodbye, Koishka. Bye-bye. I don't think she knows what she wants to do, but she'll be back in no time. Well, back to work I go now. Good luck! I hope it goes well. I rarely come to your streams, but I love your art so much that I can't express how much. Well, congratulations! That's perfectly okay. The last stream I did was a year ago, and that one was after also, like, at least a year of me not streaming. So, you're fine. I don't think I've been, streaming all too much in past years. I think maybe I streamed last year during Art Fight? I think I might have. I don't remember. Here we go. Don't worry, your PC is not breaking. I'm placing down just like black squares. You're fine. Do you think you'll be streaming more often? I hope to. I'm like at the verge of finishing up like my biggest to-do list in a while. And I honestly hope to stream more, especially after this batch, because I'm gonna be going back to doing my light-in work. So with that, I hope to maybe even just stream some of those processes, or at least stream how I warm up to them, because it's all hidden until it's public, I guess. This is a cat shape, I think. But yeah, no, if I have the time and am not too overwhelmed with other things, I wouldn't mind streaming occasionally. Especially if I maybe start a Patreon or something, maybe I can do like requests on streams through Patreon. That could be fun. Like a good way to advertise that. You and Ram's art have been the biggest inspirations and influences for me, watching your speed paints and stuff. Taught me how to draw cats. Oh, I'm very glad. I don't draw cats as much as I should, given that it's like my main expertise. Cat wants to come back. What type of tablet do you use? Silly little question, because I'm interested. I am using an XP Pen 22 second generation. And I think soon I might actually do a stream using another tablet of theirs, because they hit me with another little review request, so I got a free tablet out of it. But also it means I have to formulate an opinion on it and share that opinion with all of you guys, so I'm sorry. Hi, Koishka. I don't think the mic picked that up, but she wants to steal my chair, so now I'm standing until she gives up the chair, which it doesn't look like she wants to do. Well. We can hear her meow. Wonderful. Now she's purring in my chair. I'm glad the mic picked her up despite the noise cancellation. Well, Oh yeah, I love her. She's delightful. That's my childhood cat. She's like 8 years old now, but she still looks and sounds like a baby. I know. She's stealing my chair. Can I get my chair back? Maybe. Holy shoot, how did he do that animated thing? Man. Wait, does the noise cancellation still work? I think it has like some ambient sound. God damn it. There we go. I think it's activated again. I think the noise cancellation might not be active anymore. God damn it! It has a limited daily thing. I hope there's not too much background noise. I made the animated thing in VideoTube, which I can put the name of in the chat. I animated it myself, but you can kind of upload them onto the program. You can download the program for free, and you can support the creator of it on their Patreon, so you can get early access to anything more that they do with it. You can share it. There may be maybe an inch left for you somewhere. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I'll have to... Hi, Koshka. It's very difficult to do my shit when the cat has her nose buried in my chair right now, like an addict. Okay, let me quickly see. I'm figuring it out, but for now there might be some background noise, but I'll try to mute when I'm not talking. If my cat will let me have my chair back now. Just plain Elmo meme sniffing the white stuff for the cat. God, what the fuck? I just picked her up and threw her over onto a different spot of hers, so now she's making biscuits there. She seems contented. Gosh, I have to actually figure out how to use this. Man, okay, this is going great. I didn't know they had a limit. I thought Crisp was like multiple hours a day. But now it has like a limited daily? Fuck off. That's so mean. And people are just linking tutorials on how to set it up. I don't have time. It's just canon for every cat owner to struggle with working because the cat wants attention. Well, Koshka is very polite, actually, usually, but she does like to, like, sit on the chair. I think she usually hopes that I pick her up and put her on my lap when I join her on the chair, because that's something she's very open toward. But I can't do that right now, because I'm trying to fucking download a noise suppression tool. Kind of crazy to me that the noise suppression thing is limited. Yeah, same. I used this like last time, like a year ago, for like 3 hours and it worked just fine. And now it suddenly is limited. Everybody's trying to make money. I'm poor. Leave me alone. Yeah, no, I don't know. Everything nowadays is trying to become a subscription. It's tiresome. I just want to buy something once and just have it. Can I not? Come on. Now you'll have to deal with my fucking PC wheezing in the background. I'm so sorry. I think, wait, I think OBS had like an audio filter as well, but I don't know if it works. Eh. Reminds me of my current gaming laptop sounding like a jet engine when turned on. Okay, let's see if this thing works. Okay, I'm installing this fucking other app that claims to be free, so... we'll see if it's any good. Let me, Did it install it? Where did it go? God damn it. This is fine. This is okay. Good night, Penny. I hope you rest well. I'll look up that. I can spare some CPU, I think. Let me check. Oh gosh, people are posting detailed guides on how to set it up. This is great. Okay. There's a detailed guide? What? I don't... Let me have a look. I'm figuring this out. I'm trying to. God damn it. When was it like why can't things just stay free sometimes? Wasn't that a thing with Clip Studio as well, that they're trying to sell subscriptions of it? Okay, this I'd have to set up. This is... okay. Fuck it. Okay. Maybe I can just... get like a very cheap version of it. Oh, they... Well, this one doesn't accept PayPal, so that makes it more complicated already. You know what? You'll probably have to just deal with my shitty quality, and I'll manually mute myself whenever I'm not talking. Congratulations. You can blame the weird app. I hope everybody's doing okay, and I hope the background noise isn't too bad. Let me otherwise, do they have filters here? Let me see. Does this work? Does this do anything? Does this sound better? Or is there still weird sounds in the background? Hello. Testing. Meow, meow, meow. Oops, I was trying to text someone about rock formation, my bad. Is this audio okay? Is there background sound? I think you can still get CSP one time. It's just specified features. I'll just see. I'm using the standard OBS noise suppression now. It's okay. Wow. Okay, good audio sounds okay to you. Alright, well, we'll figure it out. If it gets too annoying for people, I'll try to set something up that maybe helps. In the future. Compressor. What's the compressor do? Compressor? What's... I've never worked with weird audio settings. Holy shit, is that a cat that does art? Oh my god, Rem. Hi. I could like hold her at gunpoint right now to come over here to say hi. Have you all ever have you wanted to meet famous artist Ramarin? This is my opportunity to have like full-on evidence that you're my roommate, because I've been preaching it around the place, but a lot of people either I think don't know or don't believe me. Oh, you couldn't hear any computer noise before. That's good. That's a good start. That helps. Now imagine if I refuse to give you proof. Ram, you are in the chat right now. You are giving proof. People can just like follow your channel name. You have already given me proof. Fuck you, actually. Okay, let me see. I can now finally get back to drawing. I'm so sorry, that took forever for me to just realize that I could just add a placeholder suppressor on OBS. That was very embarrassing. I've embarrassed myself. I mean, I can just be a big fan. Well, but also you have in no way out loud denied the fact that you are my roommate. So screw you, actually. I have seen your cat, and I have thrown your cat, and I know that your cat lives in my house. So what does that say about you? That means that you also live in my house. Schrodinger's roommate. Listen, I have picked up Rem. I can confidently say that I will have no trouble ever picking up Rem. Say what you will about Rem being a bigger YouTuber than me, or something like that. I can pick her up without, like, exercising at all. I can use my weakest version of myself, and I could pick Rem up. Keep that in mind. Either that means I'm innately very strong, or Rem is a twig. You can live in whichever world you think holds the truth to that answer. Whichever answer you like more, you can believe. Maybe it means both. Maybe I'm super powerful, and Rem also is a twig. Okay, I gotta figure out how to draw again, goddammit. I mean, hey, Rem, if you're mad at me, you could just come here and fight me. right now. Like I'm here. Right here, next door. Couple of steps, you'll survive, I promise. But you will lend me evidence for your existence. Also, I'm sorry about the sound. My mom just like sent me a photo or something, I think. Hey, I forgot to close this app. No need to make myself some toast. Oh, gosh, food. Right, I forgot about that. You're gonna make toast for dinner? Are you okay? And then turns out the picking up only works in drawings. It wasn't specifically stated in real life. Oh no. Rest assured, I can pick that bitch up in real life. And I can carry her around. I've had a harder time carrying boxes while working at a store than I've had a like Rem is easier to pick up than one of those heavy fucking like boxes at like say a grocery store. So your idol is tiny. Keep that in mind whenever you go like, ah, Rem was I watched Rem's videos, it's like Rem is tiny. You have to know that. Keep that in mind. Visualize. That cool artist that you love, tiny. My artistic abilities are compressed into a small form. Yes, they are. They very much are. She's as strong as her artist wrists are. Potent. So the twig theory is confirmed now. Exactly. Now you know. And I will fight Rem on this, on every social media. Oh, it's very funny to see the fucking animated thing not picking up my small noises, but the mic still does. So I get to yawn, but the cat doesn't react at all, so it's just like an ominous, bodiless yawn somewhere out there in the world. Oh, it picks up like my pen as well. Okay. The suppressor ain't shit. You all can, like, bully me if there's any noises that bother you. I can do my best to, look up how to filter them out, or maybe fix them for next time. Rem does in fact have a Blue Sky account, but she forgets to use it. Tips on drawing tigers with a square motive? Huh. Like you mean like in a square or like a square-shaped tiger? Like, do you want to squeeze the tiger in there like a Monster Hunter icon, or do you want to just somehow have a tiger next to a square? Bye bye, gotta go to the store. Yeah, you be safe. We'll see how long I stream for. I know originally this was meant to be experimental, so it's probably not gonna go for that long. I don't know. I keep no track of time at the moment. Square shaped. Sorry. Square. Like. Like, are we. Like. Okay. Like square tiger? Like is like, does this count? Is he square? Honestly, do like the hearing the clicking of certain noises, because I would wonder enough out focus if something happened. I mean, you said square tiger. Is that? Like, does this count? Is he square? Wait. He's square? I think. like it's okay. I'm like, square tiger. Just this is what my brain tells me when you say square tiger. Cheek fluff. Yeah, wait. More square? Like here we go. Now he has like mascot square tiger win. He kind of looks like a bumblebee with those stripes. I've kind of messed it up. Now he's a bumblebee tiger. He's me. What are you using for your character on screen? I love when the mouth actually moves as you talk. Gosh, okay. I've mentioned it a couple of times in chat, so I'm just gonna like find the last time I mentioned it. But the program I used is free for download. You can look it up on Google. This is the name. I put it in the chat for you, so you can just copy paste it. You can support the creator on Patreon too if you want to use a more advanced version of the app, because I believe they give you early access to what the program is meant to look like someday. You're welcome. I hope it serves you well. It's very easy and straightforward to use. Wait, I can't erase the tiger. I have to put him in a corner at most. Oh no, Bumblebee. Since I learned that the Latin name for Bumblebee is Bumbus, I can't stop calling them that name. That is very cute. Oh dang it, now it just looks like the butterfly meme. I've made... Is this a butterfly? Is this a pigeon? What was the meme again? Is it a bee? Is this a working noise suppression? I hope so. I've been occasionally muting myself so it doesn't pick up too many noises, because I think it still picks up like my pen clicking. Like, this it picks up somewhat. So it doesn't seem to suppress perfectly, but I do have a very easy to access mute button on my like headset cable, so I've just been making an effort to use it whenever, just to make sure. I don't know about the tail. I don't know what to do with the tail. Like, should they have a tail? Should they have a long tail? Should they have a short tail? I don't know. Yep, you can hear that very crisp, but it's not annoying. Kind of relaxing, like with the noises in the car model building videos. Okay, well, if you are all voting on clicking drawing noises, I can leave them in until somebody says, "Hey, can you please stop?" Then I'll immediately stop. But I guess then I can stop having to unmute repeatedly. Oh god, I can hear a cat in the background. Let me see. Wait. How many layers is your PNG tuber? Let me... Wait. I think... Like, I have the frame count and I have the layer count. Like, I have all the layers combined over here. Does it give me, like, a file info, maybe? Oop, hi cat. Okay. I think I use about 3 frames per animation type. Like 3 for talking, 3 for idle, and then 1 for blinking. And then individually, I try to reuse frames as I go. And then the layers for each individual one is like... Geek. Looks like maybe 13 layers per, but that includes like the coloring layer and stuff. Are you drawing a commission or something personal? I meant frame, sorry, lol. I used like 3 frames per little animation and then just 1 for the eye like blinking, because you can do a little blink. So it's, like, here you go. This hopefully shows them off a bit more. This is like the 3 talking frames, for example. I'm drawing a personal thing right now. I'm trying to basically format out the design of the current mascot I'm using. Because I couldn't focus on commissions right now. But I'll probably work on them after this. Just more so in private, because I realize I do better at focusing on a piece when I do so outside of calls. At least right now, while I'm warming up. Maybe at a later point I'll have the confidence. Well, look. May I ask for a tip for reference sheets? I I don't do reference sheets too much. I guess just don't overcomplicate it. I know for myself, I tend to not make too detailed character sheets when I can get away with less. Especially if you're not working for a customer or anything like that. Just sometimes it's okay to just have like the most bare bones art piece. The main priority of a reference sheet should be to convey the design itself, and that sometimes means it doesn't need to be particularly like detailed or pretty or have a lot of stuff on it. The more easily the design is understood, the better of a job you're doing, so aka just don't make it too complicated. Some things don't need to be there. If your character already has their mouth open, you don't need to draw an additional mouth in the corner to detail what the mouth is supposed to look like, all of that, at least color-wise. Just draw what's important for you and what you really care for people to get right, when they draw it and what you care to get right in your design. Like if somebody hit me with like a ref sheet that hardly has any details but the design itself is straightforward, I'd call that a ref sheet. Even if it doesn't specify everything, it's just what you want to make sure people don't get wrong when they draw your character, and you make sure that that is somewhere on there and hopefully visible and not shaded, because if you shade your reference sheets and you care about how your character's colors are drawn, you might have a rough time. I believe a good tip is always to plan out each reference sheet. Yes, I agree with that. I imagine just figure out what you want on there, and that's the main thing. Have you taken any art classes at all, or just self-taught? Mostly self-taught. I had like a couple of tiny art classes in school, but it wasn't like the school was an art school. It was just like, here, draw this pile of leaves that you picked up in the garden. And that was as intricate as it got. Also, I've been following your artwork for a few years now. I think you do great. Thank you. But yeah, no, not really art school. I admittedly didn't even finish standard school, so it did not occur to me to try and attend an art school. I'm kind of just going around without an education, researching what I want to know as I go along. I don't know what I'm doing with these eyes. What the f- Oh boy, there's a cat in the background. High school dropout gang. Woo! Yeah, I was waiting until I'm 18 to leave school because I had already done a lot of digital art since I was like 15, so. Hello, Polly. The cat is here, so I get to pick him up now. Hello. Mwah. A big stinky baby. He's here now. Oh. Hello. There we go. Love your stuff, man. Been following you since 2016? What shocked me the most is that you're my age when you did art that came straight out of an industry. I don't know about that, but thank you. Very flattering. I try to get into commissions, but I realized like I like doing personal work more than artwork, so I'm not that interested in. Cat background noises are back. He's not too noisy, I hope. He's currently snacking in the background, so that's the most you might hear. He has a little like food bowl on the windowsill, because sometimes they like to eat separate. You're all being very sweet, though. Hello. Don't step on the keyboard. You can lay here. There's a blanket here. No, not the keyboard! No! I had to lift him up and carry him over the keyboard because he has no respect for it. We got this, I adopted this rescue in January because I wanted another cat and we had the space for one. So we got this rescue, and he is a lovable menace. He is very loving. He loses a lot of fur all the time, especially now with the season, and he has no respect for keyboards. Woo! God damn it. Get a second cat keyboard that isn't plugged in. Maybe. But also, I don't have that much space on my desk, so... Like, I got so used to, my first cat, because she, like, grew up with me. She always very much respected my keyboard and left it alone, unless she was, like, being really reckless, which is, like, very rare. Like, maybe once a year she'll step on a keyboard. So I forgot about the fact that some cats just do not respect your shit at all. Or they don't understand why you don't want them stepping on the clickety-clackety board. So that's a realization I got to have now with him. I mean, Rem's cat is a menace about keyboards, but I'm not used to that. I have a very polite cat. Okay, swear to God. He's coming back. He had his snacks, and now he's gonna walk around the keyboard, hopefully, because I lifted it for him. Quarters. Oh, also Quarters struggles with lifting the cat from wanting to keyboard smash. Yeah, because I had to, like, literally just grab him with one hand. Like, I have him picked up right now, and I'm fine, but in that moment I had to rush. So, like, he's lifted above me right now. You try and lift a fucking chunky cat boy with the tips of your fingers, alright? While you're also trying to not crush your tablet because it's in front of you. I fucking dare you. Like, I can lift him without struggling, but I have to be very careful when he is actively trying to make my life worse. Hello. Back you go. I will fight you. Don't you fucking dare. There's so much traffic happening on my desk right now. To be fair, cats are higher difficulty. They have more tools to resist. Are you implying that Rem has no tools to resist being picked up? Like, what, do you want her to have a dagger? Like, do you want to equip her with a weapon? To be fair, Rem does not defend herself. I think Rem has, like, fight or flight is absent in her, I think. There is no fight. There is no flight. She goes idle. Like a capybara whenever she is in any way challenged. Just sits down. Like, you can randomly pick her up. She doesn't think about it. I have a cat as well, trust me, it's all from the primordial pouch. No sharp claws and fangs, at least. Rem could kick somebody, but she doesn't. I think she doesn't even think about it. That's not a thought that can cross her mind feasibly. I hate drawing pants. Now I know how to draw them, but that doesn't make them any more fun to draw. They just kind of suck. Like, what the fuck? What is this even? There's no intrigue here at all. Have you tried streaming on Twitch? Not in ages. I would not be able to tell you what's happening there. It's low-key funny of them have a weapon at hand from thin air, but also literally can be picked up like someone picking up an item in game. Hi, looks awesome. Thank you. Hello. And every time you pick them out, it'd be like you have obtained this item. Oh yeah. To be fair, she'll be like, oh, I have to work though. I have to do work. Ok, I have to do work. But Ok, I have to work right now. I have a lot of work to do. Work is like water, and Rem is a very thirsty plant. Hello everyone, so good to see you streaming again, Awkward. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. It's been a while, hasn't it? Polly is finally settling down. He's been making a lot of trouble. He's been walking around a lot. Now he's doing his weird half-sit. God damn it. Okay. Am I allowed to draw now? He's looking at me with reptile eyes. I think something is wrong with him. Look at him. Okay, he's loafing. I'm safe. Why? Okay. I don't want to think about pant designs right now. But there probably are multiple. Just gonna put this jacket on them. If he's loafing, you can keep him in a bread box. I would try, but I think he likes open spaces. I've pat him right now, but my hand would immediately be full of cat hair right now. He's in that season. Maybe I'll give him a small pet. There we go. Alright, let me see. I don't wanna... I used to have so much fun just attaching ridiculously long cat tails, and now it's like, short tail look better though. Ugh. Cat loving open spaces. That sounds like a cat X bug. Oh no, okay. No, he's like a rescue. I think he spent a lot of his life in a box, so I don't blame him for now liking very open spaces, actually. He likes laying in the middle of like the open room. Like I regularly just see him flat on the floor in like the living room or the dining room. I call it a dining room. It's like an in-between hallway semi-dining room that happens to house a dining table. But it's also a storage space. Hee hee, improvised living. I want to completely stylized one hand and just did something completely different for the other. What am I doing? Here we go. Let me stylize this one as well. My two are barn rescues, but they love corners in secluded spaces. Yeah, I think it depends on the cat. Like, I know we have a very climb-eager cat that likes to just be on high elevations. Then we have Polly, who likes to lay wherever, usually open and out there. And then I have Koshka, who is just perfect because she will always lay in any sort of cat bed that you get her. She will lay on the bed, she will lay on the cat bed, she will lay on the little spot that you fixed up for her, or she will lay on your lap. And that's kind of her element. She's perfect. She does everything that you would hope that your cat would do. What's that last name spelled out? Last name? Like Koshka? It's like Russian for cat. You can literally just use Google Translate. It's fantastic. I named her when I was very young, so I think I just let a friend name her at the time. Yeah. But I've been just kind of... yeah. Koshka. I'm pronouncing it wrong, horribly wrong. Probably closer to like Goshka or something like that, but it's been a while. Yeah. I have named my cat, in fact, Cat. But now it's been 8 years, it's too late. I can't back out. I've committed. Insert Mr. Incredible Cat as cat meme. Sadly, I don't have much time right now, but I need to say I love how far you came with your artistic being. I remember you from far back. Oh, yeah. It's been a while. There was a whole arc where I drew with mouse for years. It's been a journey. It's funny to think that anybody would still remember me from that far back. It's kind of nuts. Always shocking. You'd think at a certain point people disengage and somebody else finds you, but some people just have really good memory and are just invested. It's kind of wild. Like y'all got to watch me be like a helpless baby on the internet, waddling about. Not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I did remember one time I animated a head turn with a mouse and I had 1.5 views on my channel. like 1.5K, or like a singular view and then half a view? Half a person watched it. Yeah. Like that would have been interesting. It is very sweet how supportive people are of like little tiny animations. I remember posting my own like animation reel stuff, the like loosely edited shit, and I think that was probably one of my biggest videos, one of them. I think it got like fucking 60K views or something. I could be remembering wrong, but it was a lot at least, which kind of caught me off guard. I guess I just got lucky for a moment. Slay. Wow. European YouTuber thing fits your voice. 10 out of 10, by the way. Thank you. I was hoping it did. I originally had made a much more neutral face, but I know especially in streams I tend to smile a lot more. I was hoping to make something that seemed vaguely befitting. I'm glad it seems to suit. Animation reels are so fun to watch. I absolutely agree. It's delightful to see how people go about their stuff. Does it also accurately track your eyes, like with the blinking? No, actually, it does not track any of my face. It only tracks my vocal input, like when I talk. Like I can manually button change the expression around a little bit, but that's just like me changing between technically two different sprites. I just tried to have them feel somewhat smooth. I might be able to get like a little tiny little remote so I can just put the shortcuts on there instead of having to do it with my keyboard. Oh, I see. That's super cool. Yeah, it's very easy to set up. You don't need a cam or anything like that. I absolutely recommend trying it out if you're looking to get your own little, like, icon at some point. The fuck? Oh yeah, there we go. It's a very fun exercise, and I think you can just get away with like 2 images. You don't even have to animate it. Just can have it react. I'll be gone now. May the force be with you, little cat friend. May you stay safe out there. May things go well. Hello, Polly. Oh my god, hi! It's been so long. Hi! Wow, how are you doing? It has been a while. So holy shit, 29 people for spontaneous casual stream. There's a lot of motion happening in the background, I'm sorry. Oh, the cat wants to leave the room. I gotta get up. Is art your full-time job? What program did you use to make your PNG tuber character talks? I've animated it in Psy, and I used... Let me pull up the name again. VideoTube. I put the name in the chat so you can look it up yourself. It's free for download, and if you want to support the creator, you can get early access to any further updates they might make to it through their Patreon. Is art your full-time job? It absolutely is. I'm currently working as a freelancer, and I'm part hired by Leiden now as well, so there might be more consistent work than occasional commissions from my end, though I forget to post a lot of it. I did a lot of work on the recent event they did. Or storyline, I guess. I think there's a feature in YouTube stream where you can pin the comment so that you don't have to type it again. Oh, you can? Pin message. Oh god, I should probably make it more sensical. Wait, let me type like a proper message. There we go. Let me write that out and then I pin it. And then... Oh, it works! Fantastic! Thank you. I never used this, so this is fairly new to me. Is this your Sona, by the way? I've been so out of touch with socials, I haven't been keeping up with anything. This is based on an old Sona I used to have. I made it recently for the sake of this particular, PNG tuber, because I wanted to try something out, and I wanted to have the character be relatively, like, close to a Sona, but I haven't really had a Sona in a while. I've experimented with a couple, and I don't particularly feel like presenting myself consistently with a character, but I used to draw a lot of like this gray cat for myself for little shitposts and stuff, so I just kind of worked off of that in an old Sona design that I used to have when I was smaller. I can pull up the design of the old one I have. I still have the character around, I just don't think they make for a befitting Sona anymore, but some of the character traits are still in this design. I just don't really consider it a redesign, but more so like a nod to them. Let me go find them. Like, this is the one of the at least designs I had last made for them. That was like years ago. Wait, this was from 2020. Woo! that's horrifyingly 5 years ago. How is that? How is 2020 5 years ago? Yeah, it's a very beautiful design, but is it just a cat or a snow leopard? I haven't thought too hard about it. I imagine just like a cat. I think the intention was just to make a cat. Feeling on that, I keep changing my Sona all the time as well, and I've been thinking... I mean, I only had like one Sona once that I consistently used, then I made a second one at some point because I wanted to separate myself from that character, and then that never really caught on, so I haven't really tried since. I kind of just went without, and I haven't really been around the OC community that much after I got into D&D, so the need wasn't too much there to have a Sona, I guess. Like, I used to really be in the whole community where everybody draws fan art of each other's Sonas, and whenever you're referring to the other person, you draw their Sona and all of that. It was very cute, but I haven't partaken in that in forever, so. But it is a very sweet thing. I just haven't gotten around to finding a character that I feel particularly attached to. Maybe this will change, or I'll force of habit turn this into a character that I can at least use for streams and stuff. That could be fun. I mean, I like cats, and I like gray tones, and stuff. So, this could work. It's not too complicated of a design, so it should be rather straightforward. Yeah, That is the fun of having multiple characters and personas. They have been used anywhere. They can be used anywhere, especially as placeholder. Yeah, I suppose so. I just haven't had the need to use any of them in a while. But it would be cool to maybe get attached to this one. Especially if I'm gonna be more online again, hopefully. I know last time I mostly got offline because I had to work so much, so I started feeling a bit bad for being online too much when I knew I had like big to-do lists left. And even now I still have some work left to do that I'm gonna have to get around to, but it's hopefully not gonna be much left. And I hope to also get some projects started, maybe make like a game at some point, perhaps? I mean, we have a cat on screen. This is a cat. And this is a tiger, so we have both a cat and a tiger on screen, so the only downside is basically having the many characters. Oh, yeah. Gosh. To think of all the characters I still have in my folders. To be fair, I have been meaning to repurpose them at some point. Like in December, I think I was starting to redesign a lot of my old characters in like a big sheet. Let me pull them up actually, because I haven't posted much about them, but where were they? I lose track of time. Because I was trying to make an effort to sort through like some of my character designs in a more cohesive manner. I just gotta go find them. They're somewhere in my pile of projects and ideas. I think I was... There they were. Here we go. I was slowly working my way down some characters from a story I made when I was really little, so this has been that reworking slowly but surely. This stream is so chill, literally same effect like those lo-fi girl studying videos, but better. Because there's actually someone talking and I feel like accompanied. Aww. I'm glad to offer it. I've been feeling very social lately, so it's good to also just be able to use my chatty energy for like a stream. Yeah, this is the character that is somewhat tied to, like, that's the cat that the current like avatar is based on to an extent. I hope to keep them separate, but still also give a nod to this character, because by God, I spent so much money as a like little teen to get so much art of this fucker. I saved so many DeviantArt points to order commissions. In love with the outfits. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to utilize new expertise and experience, but I'm still unsure about this guy. We'll see what I can do with that. Cobble's reworkings. Maybe don't eat that. It's not, I don't think that's edible. Oh yeah, this one. Dude, I had so much fun redesigning that one. I think I worked on that one even before then. Had like a proper sketch page. Here we go. Here I drew him. Like, ton of shapes. Ton of ideas. Using my brain. Big time. Big time thoughts. Honestly curious, how do you come up with the clothing concepts and designs? These are like old fucking characters. Some of these I bought as adopt, some of these I made myself at some point. So these are like evolved over years and then eventually merged together in a story. Some of these palettes I did not come up with. Like this guy was originally a design made by Gemini. Let me quickly pull him up. While we're here, I suppose. Like, this guy used to be like this, kind of dragonish character? Let me find him. I think I reworked his story multiple times. But he started out as an adopt that I bought from Gemini at the time. He used to be this little thing. This is from years back. Yeah, the noodle dragons. I love those. I've been catching up with Gem recently because we were playing like Wilds together. It's been very fun. Like, that is always gonna be tied to this person in my life, and that's a fun thing. I don't want to change him too much from like palette wise. I really liked him always. But yeah, no, I didn't come up with the palette. That's entirely something that you can thank Gemini for. I just turned him into a cryptid guy, and then eventually a cat. He's like a weird demigod thing. And bear with me, I will not be ashamed of my cringe. But I really like the character concept. Old art jump scare awk, how could you do that? Hello, Gemini. Wow. Dude, speak of the fucking devil. Thank you. Dude, I've been redesigning this bitch for years. I've been going over it. There are so many versions of him. There's so much art of him that I still haven't uploaded to his toy house because I'm terrible at keeping track. Like, there's so much happening. Like, before this, there was another cat version that I did, which I did in 2020 also, because that was a time where I tried to reinvest into these characters. So, you know, glow up. Canvas size. For what? For this? For this currently? This is... This is like 5,000 by 2,000, I think. Yeah, 5,000 by 2,000, around. But that's a very big canvas size for my usual stuff. I think I usually go for like 3,000, 2,000-ish. Oh, Toy House. I have nothing in there. AKA Noodle Dragon owning a noodle shop would be funny. Oh yeah, but to be fair, he's busy running around doing morally dubious things. I don't know if he has time to make noodles, and he would probably frown at you if you made a noodle joke at him. He deserves it, but doesn't mean he'll like it. I don't like the face for this, but I know I can't get overly fixated on fixing it up because it's still a sketch, so it doesn't matter. I can fix the sketch, like, I can fix the little errors up later. Now it's just about conveying the design details. That just begs for noodle puns. Yeah, Mom, you will get eaten. But you know, if you want that, then I guess go ahead. This is the most average Joe outfit. This is great. Okay. Wait, I forgot the pant leg here. No wonder this looks odd. My brain isn't working. Should fix it. Maybe if we leave notes around, hide our scents, we could be less likely to get eaten. I wouldn't tempt it. If I were you, I'd be careful. That bitch got a good sniffer. He will sniff you out. Meh. Yeah, this is average Joe. Average Joe who's scared of color theory, so they're wearing all black. Fantastic. It works. Job done. If I die eaten by a noodle dragon, just know my last words were pss pss pss. Okay. Alright. Alright, you freak. Freak spotted in chat, being public about it. Weirdo. Weirdo. Trying to catify the dragon. Okay, alright, whatever. Weirdo. Pasta la vista. You all are not okay. You're not okay. You're weird. You're strange. Look at you all. Cringe. Cringe, I see. Behaving cringe in a way. Hello, cat. I really managed to draw this so much worse. Yep, this is what happens when the brain don't do. Great job, Ok. You did it. You did it again. Fantastic work. Good job. This does not look goofy at all. So we have Mama at our last meal. Honestly, not really. I wouldn't really know how to call a dragon, so I'd go the good old ps 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 and hope for the best. Well, I hear dragons like shiny things, so maybe just like bring some tinfoil, like a lot of tinfoil, and then put it in a ball, and then you put it in a microwave, and then you have a silver ball. That's how that works. Trust me, source. I made it the fuck up. I mean, tinfoil is shiny. You could listen, if you can fool a magpie with tinfoil, you can fool a dragon. I don't know how I feel about the peats. What about shiny bubble wrap? That is tinfoil. Tinfoil, same thing, works too. Or do you mean like the plastic one? Where it's a bit glittery and weird. Maybe. Not quite. It doesn't look like metal. If it doesn't look like metal, I think you're gonna have a tougher time. I offer him a handful of 2024 euro coins I have in my bag. Maybe. That could work, perhaps. I don't feel like refining this. I'm just gonna... This is fine. This is okay. We're doing great work here, guys. Folks. Folks, our quality is off the charts. Like bubble wrap that does the popping sounds from shipping boxes. I think you can make it metal looking and shiny. I mean, I guess maybe you could. You just gotta make sure that it feels valuable. And I'm afraid like wrapper is just gonna... It's a slippery slope. Like, I don't know. You might get eat. Maybe paint something with metallic spray paint. And then coat. You are scamming the dragon. I hope, like they might accept this, but they might also find out later what you did and chase you the fuck down. I hope that you know that your trickery might still get you in trouble, depending on the dragon. Cup of noodles is going to get you killed. God, what? Yeah, bad things are happening to all of you for sure. You're all just going down a very, very dangerous, slippery slope. And that's fine, you know? Like, I'm not responsible for your survival. You go forth. Be eat. Shiny coins it is. Yeah, you'll probably get away with shiny coins. Let me save this. Everybody's broke. In this day and age, we're all broke. And if we're not broke, we're not here. Not in this chat. I mean, depending on the dragon, you might be able to, like, persuade them that something is of great value. Like, if we're talking D&D dragons, some of them value good stories, or like, magic trinkets, or inventions. Like, you could probably get away with giving a dragon your smartphone if the dragon is interested enough in human invention. Like, a smartphone is a pretty hefty thing. That's a pretty valuable and shiny thing. Often shiny. Like, it's rose gold. You can be like, this is pretty, and it is a very complicated invention that I don't even understand how it works. What? Oh god. Why are you so set on giving the dragon noodles? Okay, but what if I do intend sculpt something and spray paint it and do in fact tell them, hey, it's art that I painted to look metallic? Well, again, it depends on the dragon. If the dragon only cares for valuables, then it depends on the quality of your art. If the dragon cares for sentimentalities, then they might go like, yeah, I see this, I see it, you know? Well, not broke unless you mean the many pens that turns to 2 pens from accidentally landing on them. I can see it. Well, I guess maybe not everybody's broke. Oh god, it's already 8 p.m. The sun is starting to go down. Fantastic. Ark here trying to draw, and we in the chat just keep asking dumb questions. Mom, I multiplied the pens again. Cell division for pens. Fragment division. I mean, I'm reaching the end of my energy resources anyway, so. Okay, so what does the noodle dragon you showed us earlier value? Well, okay, now we're talking. Now I can actually give, like, cohesive answers to your questions. Because this is not like, does any dragon? Like, he would value anything that proves useful to him, I guess. This could be like, I don't know. He appreciates loyalty, I guess. Yeah, like if you go like, hey, I'll help you out with your cause in whatever way I can, he'd be like, fantastic. That's, you are for once useful. Now anyways, kill that guy over there. Could you do that? If you can't do that, he probably immediately would lose interest in you because he didn't mean it, according to him. Does he value to drag on? You think you're real funny, don't you? God damn it. I don't know. He's a very goal-oriented guy. He doesn't have a lot of things that he wants casually. For a dragon, he's not much of a hoarder, to be honest. He hoards eyeballs, but not because he likes them, but because he feels like he has to. You think you're real funny, don't you? And then the silence. Yeah, well, listen. Not to be a bully, but to be a bully, okay? Like, I want to make sure that I'm not too mean on the internet. In case it actually scares anyone, you know? You never know. But the reality is, I am a bit of a bitch. Like, I am a bit mean. And I have to watch myself. Because I know some people might get very scared by sarcasm, and I don't actually mean to scare anybody. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll be mean. Oh yeah. I'm enjoying these buttons way too much. Like, dude. Look at the little smile. Maybe I can fix up some more emotes for it so I can swap between those, but that'll be more work. And I'll have to finish commissions first, but could be very entertaining to fuck about with the characters some more. Have some more visual intrigue happening on the screen, perhaps. Oh boy. There's a cat in the background who wants to go outside. But he's not allowed. I don't know, sarcasm brings the spice of life. How else to be sassy but that? I like sarcasm, but man, I have a lot of friends who, or at least I have a couple friends who struggle with sarcasm, so I've tried to mellow it out a little bit because they will think I'm like dead serious. Like, so an annoyed expression in the future to be prepared for bad puns. Oh, yeah. I can do that, perhaps. Maybe get some variety in there. And I can show you all what I did again. I obviously understand people doing their best to be as nice as possible and never make a joke that could potentially be taken wrong or be sarcastic, especially on the internet, but sometimes, oh yeah. It feels a little too formal somehow. No, I I absolutely get you. I think especially nowadays it's this weird dichotomy of I get it. A lot of people, especially online, if they are at the point where you are consuming their content, they are likely already earning money with their content. And we have seen how quickly a career can just like crash if you fuck up, if you turn out to be a bitch. And like there's some people who genuinely justifiably lost their platform. And there are other people that just kind of fucked up in a moment of just a no-brainer. They didn't use their brain for a second, and they fucked up. And as somebody who very much likes their job of doing freelance work, I would like to not fuck up. Because this is like the best way that my career could have gone. So the last thing I'm going to do is to insult the people that are funding my existence right now. Oh yeah, no. I don't think you're trying to defend bad behavior, rest assured. I totally, like, again, I see your point. I absolutely am with you on the front of it is so nice when a person is genuine in their personality and behavior. But man, it takes balls on the internet to commit to yourself and be willing to face actually, like, pissed off people. Even if the pissed off people are in the wrong. Even if the pissed off people are not being fair to you. Man, it is scary when it happens. Love a hater. Love a little bit of hate, right? But man, don't hate on me, you know? Like, that's scary. It's scary to be hated on. Even if I get it. Even if I get the hater lifestyle. Even if I wish I was a hater. When my job is on the line, it's a little bit scary. You know? That is also true, like, there's a balance between being formal and not being all loosey-goosey. Yeah. Like, at a certain point of popularity, and I'm saying this as somebody who is very much very down on the casual, tiny corner, still, of any sort of progress on that end, you are very much responsible for the shit you say online. And some people just are very, very comfortable saying bullshit sometimes, and we've seen it. And I've been on the website we don't mention because fuck that. And a lot of people just kind of say shit every day. And I've seen a lot of smart people say really dumb shit sometimes because they didn't think. And yeah, it doesn't go well. And they don't live it down for a while either. Like, it's actually rare for people to live down their bullshit on those sites. So mostly let loose with friends and mutuals rather than publicly. Yeah, like, I think you can get away with being a bit more comfortable online, but I think if you want to in any way be a creator that shares with an audience that they don't know, like, maybe just keep in mind that you might be talking to just a lot of impressionable people sometimes. And then just be responsible with the little bit of platform that you possess, or the big amount of platform that you possess, just a little bit. I'm not saying to censor yourself, like, I'm still figuring out how much I'm allowed to swear on my own channel, and I'm thinking, like, I don't need to shut my mouth. I don't need to do that. But, for example, Like, I'm not going to do the thing that I would do with a close friend where I will bully you explicitly, trusting that you know that I am doing so with love and that that's just how I talk to people that I care about. Because I don't know how you will feel about that. And I, like, maybe with a reoccurring audience member, or like somebody who comes by, but ultimately I don't know you, and I don't know if I'm hurting you. I don't know if I'm making you nervous, or if I make you think that, oh no, this stranger on the internet just called me a bitch. Maybe they mean that. Maybe they think that. It's like, no. You made a bad pun, and I called you a bitch for that. And I don't actually think you're a bitch. But also, you are. That's why it's best for everyone to manually touch grass or actually talk to small people you trust, because that can also blow up on in your face, or literally invest in a diary or journal. Yeah. Yeah, it's scary to know that a little argument can take huge proportions on the internet. Yeah, that's true. My friends and I give each other the weirdest comments, but I know that doing that to someone else would just be confusing to them. Yeah. So, it'll be just not that tricky to be a little bit responsible. I mean, I can be disappointed in your puns, but I can also respect them. I would make the puns, but I am a contrarian, so I will absolutely hate on you for the very thing that I would do in your place. Like, my bullying comes from envy. I'm envious. I wish I had thought of that, but I was too distracted. Honestly, just knowing there are pun lovers in here also makes my day. There's not enough of pun lovers. Genshi Studio? What is Genshi Studio saying? Elmira! Holy shit! Hi! I hope you're well. Dude. How are you doing? It has been. I hope life has been treating you well. They said your drawings look pretty and asked if you'll keep drawing. Aw, oh, that's so sweet. I'm afraid I am reaching a bit of my limit at the moment, because it's been at least a little bit, and it I haven't had dinner yet. I've had like lunch, and it's like 8 p.m. So I might have to call it soon. I'm currently just doing like a little bit of the ending Notion yapping session. But I should call it at some point. And thank you for translating, that's very considerate of you. Yes, yapping is good. God damn. Fucking consistent on the audience though, my dude. We have 33 viewers and we kind of kept that number up. At the highest we had 38. Wow. Dude, for a Monday, that's good. I was expecting most people to be kind of busy living or something. No worries, what else do you do with an extra language if not translate? Exactly. First time popping in for your streaming, and I love your PNG tuber model. Thank you. This is the first time I'm using one, so this is... I'm figuring it out. I made this one to try it out. It's working so far. I might actually get the full version because I want to make this so much more fucking complicated. Because I think like the full version might be able to change your icon depending on the tone of voice rather than the volume of it, which could be really cool to put in use. I'm saving up for a trip to Germany. Oh my god, dude, you're gonna have to say hi when you come here. Where you dropping off? You like go north, south? What program are you using? I am using for the PNG tuber. I've pinned it in the chat, so otherwise I drew and animated it all in Psy version 2. But yeah, for the model itself you can check the pinned, because I pinned it to the chat, I think, unless it doesn't show up. But yeah, something called VideoTube. I'm not entirely sure yet. Can travel to a few cities, probably. Dude, if you're going anywhere near Hamburg, we can absolutely, like, meet up sometime. I'll happily say hi. Oh, it's changed since I last used it. Yeah, maybe. It's probably been up for a while. Oh yeah, you should spell that name so I can put it in my notes. Hamburg. Hamburg like hamburger, but without the er. South of Germany here, almost Mountain Dweller. Yeah, I'm central north, so I'm like kind of near Hamburg. Beneath Hamburg-ish. Like an hour from Hamburg. 2 hours? Maybe? Eh. Are you going to Hamburg for the Euroference? Euroference? Let me look that up. Dude, I've never been to any of those, but maybe I should at some point. It would be really cool. When is it? Wait. Euroference. When is Euroference? September? Dude, I'd love to head out to like a convention or a festival of sorts. I've never been. I think Ram expressed she'd be willing to tag along if I ever went, so I might be able to drag her along for some stuff. I might be in Stuttgart, very likely. Dude, wait. How? That's like fucking 7 hours away, dude. What the fuck? What are you doing all the way in the south? What? Wait. The south isn't safe. You can't go south. My friend from US goes there with their family, so... Yeah, no, what are they doing south? You shouldn't live south. That's a bad place to live. Bad call, bad call. Also, I just moved away from south, so... I'm angry now. In Stuttgart, they will take all your change. Exactly! It's a bad place to be. Bad call. Find new friends. Friends that aren't from there. Hey, what's the South slander I'm hearing? I will slander you too. South slandering. Listen, I'm biased. I grew up in the North. I was very much born in Hamburg, actually. That's... And then... I think I grew up in Kiel, mostly. I will be the one taking your change. Yeah. Fucking steal their pocket money. Rob them. Also, gem. Wait. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Gem now also is a moderator, so I can recognize you more easily in chat. I'm from Hannover and I stand with the South slandering. Yeah, fuck the South, dude. What y'all doing down there? Crimes? I'm from Spain and I will be changing slander teams every 10 minutes. Fantastic. Listen, you can't hate on the North. You just can't. You're incapable. All y'all have down there is cheap rent. And that's that. Oh my, I will be using this for ethical reasons, thank you. You better. Or I will get you in trouble. No, we are building cars and planes down here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Only down there? Right, alright. Whatever. Dude, we got seals up here. Try to beat that. We have actual just seals on our beaches. Think about it. Think about the seals we have. You can't beat that. So how about we start that your ubby is a joke up there? I don't have an ubby. I quit school. You're not winning anything here. I don't care about my fucking education. You can't fucking hit me with that shit. I didn't care about that. It's a little funny how any scale the South is the problematic one. I heard you Northerns have something called fruit soup. What? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had any fruit soup. Who told you that? Somebody lied. Definitely don't go to Bavaria. Yeah. Stay the fuck away from Zwickau if you can. It's like horrible. Don't even touch Zwickau. If you can stay away from there, do. Like, it's spooky empty. And then the few people that will talk to you are just, ooh, oh no, they are not quiet about their political views at all. There is no shame in those people, especially the elderly ones. And I've only been there for like 2 days, once. And I got to have the full experience of that. Fruit soup comments. What is this fruit soup I'm hearing about? German fruit soup? Soup. I tried to write soup with a W. Oh, you mean like Grütze? What the f is that? I shouldn't say it. Chilled fruit soup. Hawk, why haven't you introduced me to fruit soup? Because I why should I know about any fruit soup? Do you want fruit soup? You can make fruit soup. How to... Okay. How to... I again tried to write soup with a W. What? What soup is made from a fruit? How to make German fruit soup. Kaltschale. Dude, they really made it sound great. Who the fuck calls like a cold bowl? What? Germany is a joke. Uni friend was talking about cherry soup or something and no one understood her because we aren't from there. I mean, I guess I have like strawberries in milk and with sugar. That's not cold. That's not fruit soup though. Who the fuck calls it fruit soup? How about the great specialty of Moppelkotze? What do you mean Moppelkotze? Are you good? It's a little early, but do you plan on joining Art Fight this year? I hope so. Maybe I can, but I am. It depends on how busy I end up being. Very much. Fruit soup sounds like a yucky way to say fruit juice. Like thick fruit juice? Like a fruit shake? Even the ocean is a soup. No. No, it's not. What the fuck? Okay, so Fliederbiersuppe? Bär? Fliederbeere? Huh? I don't want to be educated on my country, actually. What? You know, I guess I had like the closest thing I could think of regarding fruit soup, or whatever the fuck you're calling it, would be like strawberries with milk and sugar. And that's casual. But whatever the fuck else people are doing? I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It just looks like a sweet snack or something. But it doesn't sound great. Okay, I don't want to look up Moppelkotze. Don't do that to me. Okay, what the fuck? Moppelkotze. It looks exactly what you'd think a word that includes the word vomit would look like. Why did anybody think that you should put the word vomit into the name of a meal? Like, are you good? Okay, so for the context of anybody not German, Moppelkotze uses two words, one of which is Kotze, and Kotze translates directly to vomit. Somebody used that as a word to describe a meal, and it doesn't help. Okay, wait, can I? I'm just gonna copy-paste this image directly from Google. It's like the fourth result for the image. This is what Moppelkotze looks like, and this is the most flattering image I could find, because I don't trust YouTube to let me post the other shit, honestly. This is Moppelkotze. This is the flattering version. Do you want to know the less flattering version? This is apparently also Moppelkotze. Are you enjoying yourself? Is this what you want? Is this what you want on your clean canvas? Are you feeling hungry yet? Doesn't it look slimy? Oh, even better. Wait. This is also Moppelkotze, apparently. And you know what they all clearly have in common? Like what? How is this all the same thing? How is this all under the same vomit term? Hey, I had to live with that. My grandma made me that. Of course your grandma made you that. My grandma would have made me that, and my grandma also comes from the South, okay? I know it's edible, but why the name? Why name it that? Why would you... Like, who's... Like, this is like making ice cream and then calling it poop liquor. Like, wait, you don't... That's not a way to advertise the food you make. You don't name it something that people don't want to put in their mouth. Now you made the association. You tied it together when you didn't need to. It's Moppel and Katze. And I think Moppel just refers to a pug or a dog or something. What was it? Moppel meaning. I keep forgetting. Like, it's for, oh god, like a chubby guy, a little guy, a chubby tiny guy. So this is the vomit of a chubby tiny guy. Thank you, Germany. Thanks. Very cool. Like, I don't know. But... What the fuck? No, Ram. No. You cannot do that. I will not. Dude. Like, I'm not in... The context is what makes it bad. Like, I'm sure the food tastes great, but why? Ugh. Open the mouth. God damn it. Someone was really bored. Ugh. It's like toddler baby. It seems to have mixed meanings. Dude, Germany doesn't make any sense. German language doesn't make any sense. They just make shit up. You make shit up. We get bored sometimes. I mean, listen, you're speaking about a country who has meals that are called Grütze. If somebody offers you some Grütze, do you eat that? Like genuinely, would you eat some Grütze if I offered it to you right now? And I didn't elaborate how it was made. I just asked if you wanted some Grütze. Listen, just as weird German food names exist, we love to have the weird English pub names. Europe is just inspiring, innit? Why did he... The UK left. You can't use that. Vietnamese also doesn't make sense to me either. Sometimes we use the same word that has many different meanings. Oh no. That's gonna get very confusing. Ich will nicht dank. Okay. I'm so proud of you. Or should we start with Donaudampfschifffahrt, Elektrizitäten, Hauptbetriebswerk, Bauunternehmer, Beamtengesellschaft stuff. Yeah. Yeah, dude, let's just hate on dyslexic people for a second. Let's just ruin dyslexic people's days right now. Let's bully them with a single word. Penny is dyslexic, and I've shown her that exact word before. And I tried to explain the word to her, and all she could ask me was, why not separate the words? And it's like, No, it's more efficient. The space takes up too much time. How the fuck do you even read that? Why do you know that word by heart? That's impressive. I speak the language. That's just the words I need to be able to read. Why the fuck are you bringing up Schnipp Schnappy? Why the fuck is Schnappy in this conversation now? This is happening. God damn it. I would have cried at the spot. Even someone who isn't dyslexic would have had a flashback. Yeah, well... I mean, long as you speak the language, you can kind of separate the individual words. You know the words that are in there. It's just like a bunch of words compressed together because space is inefficient. Space to breathe, we don't need that. We need to finish the word as quickly as possible, so we just put them all together. My brain just screams out that song every time I hear German. We should talk about the nice food of Mettigel? Nah, what was that again? Oh, I remember now. The Mettigel. No. You know, my mom made like the chocolate version of that, like the cake version, but no, Mettigel. I haven't had the pleasure, and I don't want to think about the fact that. Okay. For anybody who doesn't like meat, I warn you. This is our meat hedgehog. And yes, it's a German invention. As far as I understand. Or at least a German-speaking invention. Is it raw? Well, you see. I think so. Wait, I don't... I've never had a Met Eagle. Somebody explain the Met Eagle. Like, you can eat this. You can eat this. I think it's like smoked? Or what is it? How is it made? Take care. Yeah. This is a Met Eagle, aka... May I introduce to you? Hedgehog. It's a hedgehog. Do you see the hedgehog part? This is just an average day in Germany. You can tell based on the Gurken that are used as feet. They had to attach the Gürkchen, didn't they? They had to do that to themselves. The others don't have them. That... okay. It's so funny this devolves into a cursed German thing stream. I'm dying. Well, you made it that. You brought up the culture. Somebody asked about fruit soup. Whoever started the conversation about fruit soup is to blame. I thought it was a porcupine. No, it's a hedgehog. It gets worse. Wait. Here. This is a better version of a Met Eagle, aka our meat hedgehog. Fruit soup or compote? Are you trying to fight me right now? That one looks cute to you? Ugly cute. What? What are you talking? Okay, somehow this one is better for you guys than this other one. I mean, listen, I like a good like chocolate hedgehog. Chocolate hedgehog is fine. Like, let's change the substance for a second. Like this. This is good. This is edible, right? We can approve of this. This is kind of silly. Yeah, see? See, that's doable. But then they hit you with this shit. It's slimy. Like... Like, somebody wrongly utilized their Leberwurst, clearly. Somebody has revoked their Leberwurst rights. Have you seen the one with the sweets that look like teeth? Like... Listen, it can be cooked. Dude, everything can be cooked. You can be cooked. I can cook you. Does it make you a quality product? I'm sure it doesn't. Germans, when making food, you know, would be great if that vomit could look like a hedgehog. And depending on the meat, you can eat it. Yeah, okay. To be fair, I don't think you're supposed to eat the whole med eagle on your own. I think if you can slice off a bit and then put on your bread. Yeah, like it's a party treat, I think. But it doesn't make it look any better. So... You know, you never know if you tried. Don't tempt me, Francis. But yeah, let me see. By the way, if you plan to go to your friends, Valkyrie will be there. Valkyrie. Who was that? I feel like I'm supposed to know them. Oh, the animator. I think I've seen some of their stuff around. By the way, if you plan to go, I'm trying to go still. I'm hoping. And it could be fun. Might be able to go there and sneak around, and nobody will know I'm there or who I am. But I'll be like around, judging quietly. The Wolf animated show. Yeah, I don't think I know too much about it. I just remember seeing like some stuff of it on YouTube. The style looks fun. The Wolf King. Listen, we can split even still. I still need to actually draw a type and basically do everything, and also the cat requires to be scratched and petted, so yeah. Well, listen. I am, in 3 minutes, I'm quitting this stream. I've overstayed my welcome. My throat hurts. I am hungry. I need food. I need sustenance. And then you all distract me with fucking fruit soup and German culture. This is your fault. And I want to make a chocolate eagle, actually. Like a hedgehog. Chocolate hedgehog. Does that look delightful? Dude, 3 minutes. I said 3 minutes. Count. Can probably start, like... How do you still feel hungry after seeing that meat monstrosity? It's... I can be offended about the creation of certain foods, but it's really hard to kill my appetite. Like, if I wasn't doing art, I'd be cleaning up crime scenes. You have to understand. You should draw the chocolate hedgehog. Maybe at some point. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm gonna... Everybody gets to say goodbye now before I shut this operation down. Bid your final goodbyes, final words. Be immortalized. What kind of cat? It's late. A tabby. It's a tabby. It's a tabby cat. It goes meow meow. It does meow. Meow meow. It's Aww. Thank you. I'll figure out what to get for dinner. Maybe I'll steal something from Rem. You should be sorry about the fruit soup. Goodbye, I'm glad I could catch one of your streams and cause some chaos. Yeah, thanks. Very nice of you. Once more, causing trouble. Bunch of evil people all around. This was a horrible experience. I got to shout at a meat hedgehog. Alright. Goodbye.